Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Check out our large assortment of logo merch and our lifestyle collection as well. Just head over to abvnetwork.com and click on shop. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon, delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we take a look at what we're watching for in bourbon for 2022. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, J. Rowe, Tim Swaya, and Evan Van Sloik.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Guys.
How we doing?
Hey, guys.
Good. Yes, so this should be fun. So we're going to be talking about what we predict for 2022. We're still early enough in the year where we can talk about those things and what to expect, but we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
Yes. So if you go back in the annals of history, when we are recording this show, it is the history of the day the Titanic sunk.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do you think we obviously there was a movie by James Cameron. Do you think Jack could have really fit on that headboard at the end of the movie in Titanic or not?
Oh, this is a great question, Tim.
I've never seen the movie though, so I don't know.
Absolutely.
Not anybody I would have wanted dated could have fit on that headboard.
No.
Whoa, there's breaking news. Steve, you've never seen the movie Titanic.
No, I've never seen the movie
What?
Titanic.
What? Stop. You're
yes,
kidding.
it's true. I've never been a 13-year-old female, so I've never seen Titanic.
But you had a daughter. Kat didn't make you watch this?
Oh my
Oh,
God, the
you're
scene in the
wait,
Model
you're
T
alive.
Ford?
No, I don't know what you're talking
Hold on.
about. I've never seen it.
You're a live human being. Like clearly, everyone has seen the Titanic.
No, Titanic.
Maybe
I
not
don't
in
think they
full,
have.
but
I
in
don't think they
pieces.
have.
What?
Who do you want me to
Steve,
call
you're
right
the king
now?
of bourbon in St.
Let's-
Louis.
You guys tell me who you want to call. Somebody male.
Well, there's your next barrel pick. It's
and
called
we'll just
Titanic.
ask them just one question. Have you seen the movie Titanic?
All right, let's
Yeah,
get
I
Fosnat
told
on
you.
the line.
Fosnat
Fosnat has seen Titanic.
You
All right.
have to watch this.
Oh,
movie.
Fosnat's got an event
If you're
probably
calling
going.
Fosnat, he's
Yep.
seen it.
No.
He's
Yeah,
seen-
we
no,
can't do
call
Fosnat
someone
because he's
else.
got his first event going tonight. I don't
Yeah,
want to mess him up.
And he's seen it. I
He
already know
might
he's
have.
seen it.
I don't know. He
So,
might have. Yeah.
Pick someone else. Do a Rolodex scroll for someone else.
Who else? Who else
You're
you want?
clearly the only person I
Lenny.
think in this world.
Yeah.
Call Lenny.
Oh,
Yeah, I
That's a
love
good one.
Lenny.
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 Lenny. Call.
Lenny.
right.
Lenny.
Are you calling the burner phone or are you calling his real number? Because
I
this
know.
will determine if he picks
The
up or not.
burner. Call the
Yeah.
burner.
See, I got Lenny Eckstein and Lenny Eckstein 2 because
Yeah.
he gave me the fake.
Call
phone.
Lenny.
Yeah.
Let
If-
me
if
talk
you-
to him
awesome.
next time you're calling him.
Yeah, he gave me the burner number for years. So didn't want to give me his real phone number. We'll see if he answers here.
If he hasn't seen Titanic, we're going to riot. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw it.
Even if
Find a table.
Lenny, what's going on, man?
Not too much.
We're doing a podcast, and as you know, when you've seen this happen before, they can hear you, but you can't hear them because I've got headphones on and that type of thing. But they can hear
Hey,
you talking. I got your
Lenny.
speaker. Hey, they're saying hello. They're saying hello to you right now.
Hello.
Tell him it's J-Ro.
So we just have one
Tell
simple
him it's
question for
J-Ro,
you.
though.
J-Ro says hello. If you know J-Ro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Sorry. I didn't know. All right. We have one single question for you, and we just want to know what the answer is. Have you seen the James Cameron movie Titanic?
I feel like I've seen parts of it.
Yeah, I win.
No,
Wait,
you
yes.
don't.
I win. said he hasn't seen.
He just said he's seen parts of it.
Well, it's hard to. I mean, I've seen parts of it. I've seen clips and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen the lady at the front of the boat with the guy and their hair's. So I haven't seen that movie. Lenny's trying to talk about the same thing. He hasn't seen the movie.
No,
yeah, I mean, I saw the part where
said that.
DiCaprio is floating in the
but you just see that kind of stuff when they're talking about the movie. I've seen that kind of stuff. I've seen at the end where they do it with the real Titanic. Yeah, yeah. So I think I win. Lenny, have you ever seen the movie?
You've seen it.
I call bullshit.
I'm pretty sure I have not.
You have not.
You're moving the goalposts with the from beginning to end.
But I am not.
I have never seen it in its entirety.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm glad I settled that. I guess.
Right. You did. Yes. I don't think guys like you and I would have any interest in that movie. We're beyond. It came out beyond the time when we're dating. If we were dating, you might get stuck and have to see that movie. But we were beyond that. So it's not really a movie for us. I don't think.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that aren't for me. I would put Dirty Dancing in that category as well.
Exactly.
No interest.
No interest.
Wait, has he seen Dirty Dancing, or is he just classifying?
Settled. So they were telling me that we couldn't come up with anybody, and I let them choose. I let them choose who we would call, and they called you. So yeah, I said you get one shot at this. So thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Wait, no. We need to know if he's seen Dirty Dancing or not.
He hasn't seen Dirty Dancing.
It's like, how is he not seen Dirty Dancing?
All right, see you, buddy. All right, bye.
Oh my God.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, there you go.
God.
I've never seen Dirty Dancing. I'm the same like Lenny. Yeah, there's no reason to watch it.
What?
There's no reason to watch it. I've never seen Flashdance. Yeah,
I've never seen Flashdance.
There's so many movies like that I haven't seen.
I've fallen asleep in the Breakfast Club.
Footloose?
I've done all that.
Footloose, never seen it. No.
Yeah, Footloose.
I've seen The Big Lebowski over 100 times.
Bingo.
So
me too. But I've also seen Dirty Dancing. Duh.
What about the one where Patrick Swayze's like a ghost with Demi Moore?
That Ghost?
Called Ghost.
I've never seen that either. No. What about the movie Chris Rock was making fun of where he got slapped? G.I. Jane. I've never seen that.
Was his.
Oh, I've seen that one.
No, I think that was his wife, though.
He was making fun of it. Yes, he was making fun of Will Smith's wife.
But the movie that he
Demi
referenced
Moore
was
was Jada.
Demi Moore.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
that's hot. That's hot. It's shit.
Yeah. So
almost like an Angelina.
Well, Steve,
Jolie
you're out of this small talk.
Okay, I'm out of the small talk. What were you saying?
You're dead to us.
Yeah. But you clearly need to catch up on some
like Jack at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert.
There you go.
Yes. I will say, Steve, you were dead on that was
baby in the
Titanic
corner.
was a date movie.
Titanic was a date movie. I missed
it was
that.
A date movie.
No.
So I have never seen Titanic in its entirety. I'll be honest, but I have seen enough pieces to piece it together.
So J-Ro's in our club then, yeah.
I think that counts.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of clips because you can't help it. Just living your life. The Titanic's a big enough movie where you're going to see clips of it.
So
I have no interest in watching the whole thing.
Set. There were 2 VHS tapes to Titanic, and you literally had to switch them out of the VCR.
Well, no wonder I didn't know that shit.
When you have 1,200 people die in a massive failure of man or humans engineering, it requires 2 VHS tapes.
Yes.
Wild. And that so it amazes me that this came out 90s, right? Late.
Yes, this would have been 95, 96.
Are you sure?
So it amazes me that we literally would get off.
I would say it's at least 96, 97, I would say. I was in college at that time. 97 would make sense.
Get up, put in a movie, rewind it, put in another movie, and now I'm just if we can't stream it, we're not going to watch it. Literally at Christmas, we have the fucking Grinch on DVD, but I'm no, just pay for it. We're not getting to put that in.
McNew, I lived through an era where in music, and if this would have stayed the 8-track, and it's literally different tracks, and sometimes it would switch in the middle of the song. So I'll put it kind of in McNew's music. Go tell my heart, my achy breaky, achy breaky. So in the middle of it, in the middle of a song, it literally switches over in the middle of a song to a different track.
That's wild. Why would it do that?
That's like the world's worst music technology. Are you talking about ruining a song? There's a break in the middle of it. It's stupid.
Why would it do that?
So you were spot on. It was released in 1997. The movie.
See?
Titanic, so.
Yeah, there you go. That's when my daughter was born. So
I've never seen
didn't
it
take
in
her.
its entirety.
My daughter was born in 97, so she was a baby when it came out.
So
I was 9, but like 9 to 13-year-old girls were like, "Oh, it's so great," and we convinced our parents that we need to watch this movie, and they let us.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a
I was
huge
18
fan.
and clearly didn't watch it.
I would have been shit. I would have been 9. No, I would have been 20 at the time. I was a huge fan of
18.
soundtracks at the time because that's right when Braveheart came out and all that. They had the soundtrack for Titanic and then more music from Titanic to issue out another CD that had a lot of instrumentals and other things behind the scenes. Oh man, boy,
now
that one really
Braveheart
cool.
I can get down with. Braveheart is something I'll get down with.
Yeah.
But that's not the question.
That's
So
not the
we all know Jack says to
Sorry.
Rose, or Rose says to Jack, "I'll never let you go." And as Jack is slowly falling down,
Hi.
would he have fit on that headboard if they just tried a little harder?
I think he could have.
Gibson
But I
would
think
have
that-
in
I think
Braveheart.
that water would have
Yes.
got in it, and like she might have like lost her legs, lost some limbs. So I don't know. She was in the water too. I don't know. I just think she was kind of like, this was a fun trip. Like you were my cruise fuck buddy, but like we aren't going to have
It's
a real
over
life
now. Yeah.
together.
Exactly. We're
Die. She knew that.
Yep.
On that note,
Bye-bye,
we've covered a
Kevin
lot.
boy.
We've covered a lot, so we're going to move on from the small talk. It was good though. It fostered conversation. So there you go. I'm
Would
gonna
have
kick
hit,
this one.
might have sunk.
Yeah, I've got Pinhook here, selected with gratitude. This came to me during the holidays. I'll tell you what. At the ABV Network, it's exciting to receive the mail at the holidays because you get special gifts sometimes. This was from a gift from Pinhook, not available for sale, just available to certain people.
well done.
Decent.
A lot of bass.
Yeah, a lot of bass. I forgot to put the original sound on there. So I feel like if I don't win this, it's because I didn't switch over, but it is what it is. Sometimes you forget. So there you go. All right. Up next is McNew. What do you got?
I have some Weller Antique.
Okay. Not as good as mine. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You're in second place. Evan, you're next.
Right. Original sound.
Original sound. Okay.
All right. I've got a bottle of Old Monroe, the Eve's Blind blend.
I got one of those. I haven't opened it yet, so I got to.
Whoa.
I got to do that.
Oh, it's tight.
What she said.
Okay, hold on. Composure.
Okay. Oh, that was good. This may be
Well
the
done.
first time. This may be the
Delivers.
first time the new original sound helps them. So we'll see. That was very good. All right, Tim, you're next.
I am going to go with, I'm switching gears. I'm going with my buddies down at Glens Creek Distilling Company, the Millville Malt. Ooh, that's tight. J-Ro?
Again, Jesus, that's what she wants.
That's what she wants. Well, I'll take that too. Here we go.
Okay, no, not enough there. Evan's got the lead. J-Ro, you're last, though. What do you got?
Well, I've got a limited selection, so I'm just gonna give it a pop. I'm just gonna get in there and get it.
Okay. Yeah. Not enough. Evan wins. So
I'm not that tight, so
yeah.
clearly.
Oh, goodness.
Oh God, we got a couple more shows after this too. Cheers.
Gross.
Food.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking on what to be looking out for in the world of bourbon in 2022. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley of the ABV Network. Let's talk about the people who make this show happen. First up is Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Company founder Andy Lang started distilling as a hobby while serving his country as an elite Green Beret. Andy distilled all over the world during his time in the military and brought this passion back to him in the U.S. when he returned home. A visit to Leatherwood combines Andy Lang's unique distilled spirits and a museum of artifacts from his time serving the U.S. Share a drink with a fallen soldier at their bar where you can grab an acrylic bio off the wall that celebrates the individuals who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect his or her country. They will also ship their distilled spirits directly to you, so check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at neelyfamilydistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky. All right, great job today, gang. Fardians, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. We'll be mailing again, once again. Take care, everybody. See ya.
Happy Festivus.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Happy Festivus.
Cheers. Yeah, happy Festivus.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about what to watch out for in bourbon in 2022.
Yes, we are. So what are some things that you guys think about that are interesting to you for 2022?
Let me tell you what I've heard around the block.
All right, let's hear.
Pineapple flavored bourbon.
It doesn't surprise me. Horrible idea. Just terrible.
Terrible. Fucking
It's
terrible.
a bad trend.
But that's where the notion.
I'm not
going.
excited about that, but yeah, bastardizing.
I'm never excited about a flavor, but so that's what I've heard.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's actually disappointing. Anything else you guys are excited for?
So there's an Instagram account called Coming Whiskey, and they stock the TTB site.
Yeah.
Apparently they're very into it. I appreciate them because I don't have that energy or patience. But Remus this year, the Remus Reserve is the Gatsby Reserve. And I want that because I love Gatsby.
Okay, that's cool. That's good scoop.
It is
I like that.
Gold and 115 proof, according to the label they posted.
Yeah. That may or may not change, but yes, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that. I think another thing to watch out for is Neely Family is getting ready to open that mountain distillery. They are in the next week going to be stocking it. So it's literally that close to being open. So yeah, there you go. That's going to be the flagship product.
Kudos to them.
Tim's holding up the Huckleberry Moonshine created by Donnie and Teresa Benton. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's spectacular.
Am I right with remembering that the mountain distillery is going to be more moonshine focused than the
more
bourbon?
moonshine focused, though you can buy the bourbon there, but yes, the focus is going to be on moonshine. There'll be moonshine production will be happening there. So yes, that's the idea. And they are going to come out with Pap Leonard barrel aged moonshine. So it's a bottled and bond, so 4-year plus moonshine. So that's exciting. So there'll be a new product.
All of that warms my heart for them. I love that.
It's a new place to go.
Yeah.
It's got some new products, and it's going to be a trek that I think we all need to make this summer at some point.
Well, and I think it's in a great place because it's right by the gorge, and
yes.
I've been to the gorge, and all I remember was Miguel's Pizza, which is fabulous.
Yeah,
but it's another tourist destination.
He's walking distance to Miguel's Pizza, so that's where he's at.
Why not go to a distillery too? That's a great day to wrap up your day. That's fantastic.
Yeah. It's a neat area.
Well, let's do it. Let's lock it in.
Okay, let's lock it in. All right, it's a neat area that it's really really cool. So yeah. I can tell you guys some cool stuff about that off the air though. They tell me some things, so I don't want to.
Yeah,
I want them to release that
on the down
low. So yeah.
So I like the gorge, but there are snakes there. I did not have a good time when I went, but it's beautiful. I was traumatized, but
really
beautiful down there.
One time I was at the Mississippi River and I saw the biggest water snake I've ever seen, McNew. It would have been, just think if you'd have been there swimming. swimming, and all of a sudden the snake, just this big snake, comes in.
I would have walked away. I can't do it.
Yeah, but you would have been between you.
Can you get her some security?
It was along the bank,
Could you
so
get
it
her
would have been
some
between you and
security?
getting out of there. So yeah. And it's the
Like
river.
a bodyguard. She needs some security.
No,
Yeah.
Clearly.
it's just a snake killer by my side at all times.
Evan, what do you think?
I just think status-wise, you need security.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm there yet,
Just
but
in
maybe.
general. Evan, what do you think?
I've got a couple for you.
Okay.
One should be very obvious. The ABV Bottle Shop will
Yes.
be opening in
Thank you
2022.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you
Yeah.
for saying that.
I'm
Hopefully around
going to
Memorial Day,
frequent.
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I live about 5 minutes from there. I can get there before Steve can. So.
He can. Yeah. Evan's between me and the barrel shop. So yes, that's true.
The second one is one of my favorite other liquor stores is switching up their allocation or their lottery allocation. And instead of doing one big event, they will be doing two per year. So they'll have like a mid-year and an end-of-year event. So if you buy their single barrels, you get tickets into their lottery. So that's very cool. For those in the central and southern Illinois, you probably know the liquor store I'm referencing.
Sure. A1. Yeah.
A1. Yes. Effingham. Yes. And then the last one, super excited about. It's not technically bourbon. It is a rye, but Still 630 will be releasing their 10-year Raleigh Point Rye.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Love.
So that's cool stuff. Excited for them. So very much. All right. Tim, how about you, man? Anything you're excited about?
So there are a few things that I think are going to be coming to the world of bourbon. Can it be a better time in whiskey at all? If you go back into history, there was very little rye whiskey out there. Now there's how many choices on the shelf? There's how many bourbons on the shelf out there right now? How many variations of finished bourbons now? They're saying, bourbon, but then finished in something else. You've got glass shortages. You've got everything going on out there. I have a feeling we may be getting towards the point where you're going to start seeing more smaller packaging, less product. So what I love what Neely does is the 375s. I can buy multiple options for the same price as I could with a 750. That, I think, is something that may be seen at the distilleries only to allow more product to move without having to really shortchange the consumer on buying a full 750. You're seeing it already with 700 milliliter being approved in America, I believe. In the U.S. now, 700 milliliter has been an approved size now.
It's an approved size. I haven't seen anybody using it.
The only one I've seen using it so far are going to be your imports from outside coming in here because it's just lower tax.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling we, as a consumer, on the downside, we maybe start feeling a pinch on some of that because something's got to break. There's so much space on the shelf. I think you're starting to see people maybe potentially be boxed out. The big companies are just getting bigger. The smaller companies are getting bigger. So what's left? So I think there may be some unique changes in sizes that may make it a little more advantageous for the consumer where folks are paying attention to that. So I think I'd be on the lookout for that for 375s. It may be worth your money because you could get a couple options at a distillery for the same price as you would as a 750. I think that's smart. The other thing I'm looking forward to locally here, our local distillery here in my hometown, Copper Fiddle Distillery, they're releasing a small batch bourbon for the first time without any, just basically pouring it right out of the barrel, no chips, nothing, no charred chips or anything unique, because they're craft distiller trying to put stuff out. They've got a label approved, should be coming out here soon. I'm looking forward to that, to see what they actually have now that they've matured. You've got some new ownership there from 2019. They've come out. You see a lot of craft distilleries come out of this pandemic either on top of their game or just starting to scratch the surface. And I think if you just listen and take a chance on some of the stuff that's out there, you'd be surprised what you find.
Yeah. I'll say one thing that is going to grow this year, and we've already seen it growth, and I'm not even exactly sure why it's growing so quick, but the ABV Network Crew Club, we're getting a lot more people signing up for that, and there's going to be some really great value and benefits to the club moving forward. Not the least of which is access to our events. Like, for instance, we do this program called Bourbon Behind the Scenes, where we use our relationships to get VIP access to these places, and those are sold out for the year. So we can't even sell you a ticket for 2022. Those are gone for the year, but we'll be doing them again in 2023. But you get access to those with the club, and of course with us opening the bottle shop, that's going to be very important as well. People probably want to get bottles and things like that. We're not going to really hold bottles, but we will hold bottles for people that are in the club. So that's going to be a very interesting thing. And yeah, if you're out of town, that's okay. We'll put it aside.
That's
for you.
very cool, Steve. That's very cool. That sparks interest.
That's a great value for people that are in the club.
Absolutely.
Let me see about these events getting sold out. So we're doing an Indiana event in November. Like, super excited about it. So my husband was like, well, I would like to go, whatever. I'm like, oh, well, it already sold out in the club. So I'm just like, well, the
what can you do? What can you do?
Helping us, sell those out. They're excited to go to our things, and that's amazing.
Yeah, the warden was listening to the show, I guess, where we talked about the Jimmy Buffett thing. You got to be 55. Well, I turned 55 in February, and she's a year and a half younger than me. And I had mentioned that you can't, I'll be able to go down there, for a year and a half without her. She looked up the rules and was like, oh no, you only have to have one person, one spouse has to be 55. So the show kind of screwed me over there. She looked up the rules. I'm going to go back and say, no, that was actually an error on the website. You do have to, you can't be there until you're 55 yourself. Well, I was going to enjoy it, a year and a half of bachelorhood.
But you just sell it. You're like, you could just keep adding that 401k another year and a half.
Right.
It's worth it. Yeah. We haven't sold the house yet. Okay.
And we'll tell you, Steve, the warden has a special place in my heart because I thought for sure the shotgun was going to come out when I stopped by semi-unannounced at the house.
Yeah.
She's a keeper by far. I don't know how. You definitely got the you got the lucky
She asked if Tim had an appointment. We were behind the house in my screened-in porch area, which overlooks our lake, and I had Fosnot back there and Old Man Bay, and we're back there drinking bourbon. And she asked if Tim had an appointment, or I knew he was coming, and he said, "Oh yeah, of course." And then she made him walk around the house. He didn't get to go through the house. He didn't get to cut through the house. Like, just follow that sidewalk and walk along the side. Run into him.
And keep in mind, I was escorted around to be sure.
Oh yeah,
make sure that I wasn't some Yahoo.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So I saw this photo because I knew that you were doing the Old Man Bay pick, and I'm just like, is that Tim? Is Tim?
Yeah.
Tim doesn't leave Chicago. Tim doesn't have time to leave Chicago. And then I was like, holy shit, it is Tim.
Tim never does our events or anything, and all of a sudden he just shows up. We're drinking some whiskey, and Tim just shows up. So yeah. I did fully. Tim had mentioned he may stop by, but I didn't respond to his text saying he was coming by. I was having too much fun with Old Man Bay and Fosnot. We're drinking, laughing. I put my phone aside because I'm not playing on the phone the whole time. Tim had said, "Hey, I'm coming by." Well, I would have thought there's no way Tim's coming by because I didn't think he had my address, but he had my address somehow. He may be a stalker. I don't know. He's got my address and he just shows up. Yeah, it was great.
Stage five clinger.
Yeah, it ended up being a classic moment for sure. So yeah, more of that kind of stuff.
That was quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes.
So more of that stuff, of course, live classes and stuff like that. That'll be, if you're in St. Louis, please come to that. We're going to have a couple nights a week. We'll have live classes, something we haven't done since Total Wine days. I used to do that at Total Wine. People certainly like that. We're going to have a classroom the same size as Total Wine, 24 people. So very, very excited about that. And that'll be something we're offering at the shop too. So check us out.
I would even add, Steve, as kind of a closing point, I think you're seeing some of our friends of the program, like Deerhammer, expand to include a restaurant now.
Yeah.
With the distillery and the bar. These bourbon experiences, these whiskey experiences. Hard Truth is another one. You've got, the Dant family going down in Log Still. You've got all these destinations.
In the summer, freaking Dan! getting tickets to that. I'm excited.
Dan's killing it.
You know, the days of fitting 3 to 4 distillery tours in a day may be over because there's enough to do at 2 and just chill and relax and not have to race around Kentucky or Illinois or Colorado. Or they're destinations that are spending some more time there to really get that experience. I think that's a welcoming trend for the consumer out there to really live that lifestyle.
You can
they need that. They need that for their community. They need those dollars. They need you to stay there. They want you to stay. That's good for business all around. I mean, and yet the experience is better.
It's the Disney idea.
When you're not hustled.
It's the Disney idea. We don't want your park admission. We want all of your money. We want all of it. We want your lodging. We want your entertainment. We want your food money. We want all of your vacation budget money. So,
and I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you. I don't want to pass through there. I want to experience the whole thing.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Even downtown Louisville. So this past weekend, Chris and I went, and it used to be like, okay, cool. I'm going to pop in here for lunch. We might pop in one distillery, one bar.
Merle's is better than Doc Crow's, by the way.
And that was your morning, right? Like that was your morning or that was your afternoon. We spent
Merle's Whiskey Kitchen.
Downtown Louisville, not even doing all the things we wanted to do. So I just think like bourbon cities, like Louisville, Lexington, these St. Louis too, Indianapolis is getting there. Like these little pocket cities, like you can make a bourbon weekend trip just in these cities and probably still not hit all the places on your list to hit.
It's true.
Well, in McNew, you have a guide now with bourbon assignments.
Yeah.
When I stopped into the Kentucky Bourbon Tourism Society, they had no idea about bourbon assignments. Like, how do you not know about this yet? Like, what are you talking about?
And then when we go in, like the old lady at the tourist center, she's like, "What's this?" And we told her all about it. She took horrible photos of us, but she was real nice.
But you got your cooler if you hashtag their hashtags on your Instagram posts. That's great.
Yeah. But we had so much fun. But I'm like, we should have scheduled like a Friday through Sunday. We just popped in for a Saturday, which I used to be able to do that on a Saturday. Pop into Louisville, do what I wanted to do, feel complete. It's not like that anymore. There's so much. It's so saturated, which I think is great. But so much happening.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, there it is. Well, that's what's going on in the world of bourbon this year. There's lots of stuff to be excited about there. So cool show. And we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Evan, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Evan Van Scoy, or on Instagram, Wit Wisdom Whiskey, which my guests like to point out. You might not find much wit or wisdom, but you will find some whiskey.
Yeah, there you go. And also go back and listen to that, Evan, when this show comes out. He said Evan Van Squeak. He started to say his name like that. You hear it. It's taken over.
Steve just keeps doing it. He's drilling it into my brain to do that.
Yeah, even
this is what Steve does because I no longer have a first name. She's
just McNew. She's just McNew. Yeah.
He's a marketing genius.
Yeah. Tim, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me traveling around Kentucky with bourbon assignments as we're learning the new things going on in 2022. You can also find me on the corporate and private tasting events page at abvnetwork.com and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right. J. Rowe.
Well, you can find me on the gram at jrowe.bourbon.pro.
Okay. McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. That's what you got to check out. So maybe you're going to do some of these things we talked about. Well, we've got over 3,000 shows you can download, so you can listen to them in the car on the way there. So check us out, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, buddy. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Guys.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you are a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.